welcome to MGP616. I'm Kevin. With me as ever, the Sheepdog, Anna and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
Hello.
Sheepdog, you said that in the creepiest way anyone's ever said it. We've been doing that for 15 years, and it's never been creepy until then. And now I've got to say something else from now on.
I was going for Mr. Rogers' story time or something.
Who?
Yeah,
American
exactly.
thing, innit?
Who? We're not American, Sheepdog.
No, I know, but I'm sure he starts with his hello, boys, or something like that.
You sounded like you had a moustache. That was how creepy it was.
Well, we all know I don't.
I know. That's why it was such an impressive impersonation of a mustachioed man. You're literally the reverse of that. But yeah, don't do that again. That was horrible. I don't want to have to change my introduction after all these. I'd probably just quit the podcast rather than change that. I don't think I could change it at this point. I think the only option would be just walking away. Robbie Williamsing this bad boy.
You don't want to
He
do
left
that.
take that, didn't he? Did he leave take that? Because he was the
Yes.
talented one.
That's right.
Was he
I
talented though?
I don't want to Jerry Halliwell it and leave because no one likes me. I want to be I want to Robbie Williams it.
But then you'll get to marry the lead of Red Bull Racing and then have him cheat on you a decade later.
I have no idea what any of that means.
He cheats at racing.
Yeah,
Cheating on
but
his missus.
if he was Robbie
So-
Williams, he could then later on be played as a monkey in the film.
Yeah, that's
Again,
I'd
that's
much prefer
weird.
that. No, I prefer that. I'll Robbie
Why?
Williams it.
Why he
Let's
thought
face
he
it.
could go up against Wicked is beyond me. Like they came out at the same time.
Well, I doubt when they started making the movie, they knew the release schedule. I don't think it's on him the day it releases. I
He's
guess
sat
he
in-
just
He
just
said
took the
that.
money. I imagine someone rang him up and said, "Hey, Robbie, would you like millions of
Nah.
pounds for us to make a film about you?" And he was like, "Yeah, all right, whatever."
He was sat in his office going like, those green witches have had it too far their way for too long. I'm going to bring out a film that's going to show them.
Why are you
And-
doing a Pab impression?
What was that?
Yeah, that
It
was
was
your Pab
it
impression.
was an impression of you, Pab, but you're all Northern.
But
aren't
Robbie
you?
Williams is from Stoke. He's not
Yeah.
even from the
I
north.
don't know where people are from. Why would I
Have
know
you heard
that?
the man speak? Surely.
I've heard him sing, but that's not his voice, is it? If you're saying that's how he speaks, then why does Adele sound the way she does?
Who?
She's
Adele.
from around your neck of the woods.
Yeah, she sounds exactly like you.
Not when she
Yeah,
sings,
she's
though.
from Essex.
And I sound like her when I sing.
I see.
Are you telling me you've never heard Robbie Williams speak?
I mean,
find that hard to
I've
believe.
heard a monkey that's supposed to be him speak.
And did he sound like Pab?
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
believe
Where's
you.
Stoke anyway? I thought Stoke was like where Pab was from.
Alton
Profiling.
Towers.
Wow.
Alton Towers is in Stoke.
Stoke on
Staffordshire.
Pab.
I think Stoke's officially Midlands. I don't think you'd
I
consider
would
Stoke
class
the
it as-
North.
Yeah, it's like top end of the Midlands, I'd say.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we're gonna get we've angered all the Stokies now.
I typed in Stoke to Pab's dentist, and it's an hour away.
Well, I'm
It's
only
close
2
enough.
hours away from Pab's dentist, so am I in the North? I'm further south than you.
I mean, it's more north than Leicester and Wolverhampton, sorry. It's,
He's making up places to try and prove his point now. That's what he's got to.
yeah, Northamptonshire.
Yeah. Oh well, if it's above Northampton, then it must be in the north. Yeah, well
It's-
done, Sheepdog. You win this round.
It's slightly above Nottingham.
Nottingham.
Nottingham. It's on par with Wrexham.
Can't be.
It's in
Well.
Wrexham in the way.
Welsh Wales as well.
Yeah.
Like that's genuinely a question. I don't know.
Yeah, it's North Wales, isn't it? It's basically Liverpool.
If
They'll
it's
love
North
that.
Wales,
It's
then, you know.
basically Liverpool.
But
Should we talk about computer games? Because Football Manager 26 has been announced, and I'm very excited.
you cut out there. No one knew what you just said.
I said really loudly, Football Manager 26 has been announced, and I'm very excited. I had to shout it the first time because it's the only way it comes out. I had to get
No
the
one
first one
heard
out of
you.
my system. Yeah, but I had to get that out of my system, or I wouldn't have been able to continue. Football
you
Manager
think-
26 is confirmed. We get to eat again. I'm 7 stone lighter than the last time they released a game,
Well-
and it's their fault. I've not been able to afford to eat for 2 years.
I mean,
That is true.
You just couldn't
mean-
find a way to eat Lego, you mean?
Yeah, Lego is expensive.
Do you think they have spent that time making a much bigger jump between 24 and 25, or do you think they've needed this much time to just about scrape to where 25 was hoping it would be?
I think it's probably a little from column A and a little from column B. 25 would not have been ready by March, but my suspicion is probably would have been ready by like April, May time. I can't imagine they're sat here now in August where they wanted to be this time last year. There's no way they were a year behind. I think we're probably going to see. It probably isn't where I always like to think, and they will never confirm it one way or the other because they're swines. I would like to think they do have like a 5-year timeline of stuff that they have planned. That is in a secret vault that I'm forever trying to break into, and there's parts of that office they don't let me in. I think it's in there. I suspect it's not got everything that the original plan for 26 had on it would have, but I also suspect it has more than 25 would have had if it had released. Certainly if it had released this time last year, who knows what state it would have been in March. It doesn't matter. Last year never happened. We
No,
just
sure.
pretend
Yep.
it
I
never
just wondered.
happened. It's going to be a leap forward. The stuff we've seen on the 30-second trailer, we got a couple of actual game footage shots, very brief shots that we basically had to pause to have a look at, but graphically off the back of them it looks like an incredible leap forward. We had a trophy that had reflections on it. I don't think we've ever had reflections in Football Manager before. And we had a football stadium that looked like a football stadium. There were legs that looked like legs, and there was a box that looked like it was actually there and not just a picture of a box stuck on top of a picture of a background.
What do
So-
you mean a box?
I literally made a box. It was like one of those big boxes that they put all the sound gear in when bands are on tour, one of those big black boxes with the
Oh my
metal
God.
corner pieces.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it looked like it was part of the world and not just another layer of a picture on top of a picture. So it's difficult to say with any real confidence based on these little snippets of what are probably cutscenes. It was saying actual game footage. I suspect they're probably cutscenes because it was all tied into the Premier League being back this weekend. So they basically showed all of their new Premier League license stuff, how the Premier League match day experience goes. Obviously, EA Sports sponsored the Premier League as well. So EAFC was all over this Football Manager trailer, which was insane. Because they had, I mean, they kept all the legitimate sponsors on. I guess it's part of the license. So yeah, EAFC. There were more EAFC logos in this trailer than Football Manager logos. I counted them. But yeah, it looks incredible. It looks like such a huge leap forward. We just have to hope now that the game that comes with it works, which I don't think is too much to ask. We should get a proper look at they've said that coming soon we have the match day. So I think we get to actually have a proper look at the match engine, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. And then they can just keep rolling out the features from there. And yeah, me and Anna are going to be able to eat again, which is beautiful. I'm so hungry.
I'm beautiful. Thank you.
Is that what I said?
I swear, it sounded like you said.
It's probably, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the praise. I'm sure that's definitely what I said. But yeah, it's very exciting times, boys and girls. Good old Football Manager as well. No heads up that any of this was happening today. I was busy. You know, I had other things that I was doing. I had to drop everything. I might be managing a team in a charity football match on Saturday now without having had a haircut, which frankly would be a disaster. And it's all their fault, but I'll take it on this occasion because it's good news. Yeah, it was all absolutely chaotic. I love them so very much, the way they do things. But yeah, it's exciting times.
They hint about release dates?
I there wasn't any hints as part of this. I mean, I think, like I say, we're working on the assumption that last year never happened. So until they tell us otherwise, all my planning is based around, I'm assuming we're going to get an early November release like we do every year. I assume we'll be playing an early access in middle of October like we do every year. And until they tell us otherwise, I think the sensible thing to do is just assume that last year has been binned off and it never happened. And we just treat it the way we've treated the previous 30 launches and expect stuff to happen at the same sort of times. So, I mean, if you had to pin me down for a release date, I would expect it would be, I reckon, second Tuesday of November feels logical. So that would be the 11th of November. So there you go. I'm calling it now 11th of November release with a beta like the 20 something of October. That would be my guess, but it's total guesswork. I don't have any secret information. And if I did, I'm under so many NDAs with that company that I wouldn't be able to speculate. So if
Yeah,
I start,
exactly.
so whenever I'm speculating on things, I genuinely have no idea, because the things I can't talk about are the things that I know, and I don't know any of that. So I can just completely speculate.
Fair.
I find it disgusting that they're not aiming for it to be out by like the 12th of September. That gives them 11 days to get the transfer window sorted, and then bosh.
I mean, there's
Well,
one.
Borderlands 4's out on that day, so
There you go.
Mhm.
I mean, there's three reasons, and I was going to say there's two reasons it won't be. Reason one is the traditional reason. Reason two is probably a new reason, but traditional reason is they're afraid to go up against EAFC. They want everyone to get a month on that, get bored of it, and be ready for Football Manager. I wouldn't be at all surprised if, as part of that new Premier League contract they've got, and with EA being a major Premier League partner, I wouldn't be at all surprised if they now legally have to leave some space between the two releases as part of the terms of the license. So, yeah, I don't expect it'll be directly competing against EAFC anytime soon.
It's kind of wild. I would have thought the crossover probably wasn't. I'm being silly. I was going to say it wouldn't be that big of a crossover, but it probably is a massive crossover.
I mean, they're not really similar games, but they're the same people playing them both. So that's where the crossover is. It's you're fighting over your people, the middle-aged bald men. That's who they're looking for. Both.
But I don't
both
play either of
markets.
them.
Yeah, well, you should. You're a weird anomaly. If they saw you walking down the street, they'd both chase after you because they knew you'd love them. They know
catch me,
you're
though,
their target
because
market.
I'm deceptively athletic.
You're slippery as well. I've
Mm.
often noticed about you, quite
Yeah.
slippery.
I've
But
gone
yeah,
like a lightning bolt.
that aside, I've not really played very much this week. I've just been carrying on with Fantasy Life, just doing the post-game stuff, which is starting to get a little bit repetitive now. I'm like 40 or 50 hours in. There's only so many radishes I can farm. There's only I'm basically in a loop of level up the open area, get a load of new gear, craft the new gear, take it into the procedurally generated dungeon bit that you have an hour's timer on, get through that, and then repeat because I want to level up again. And I'm just getting better and better and better gear, but all the gear is for is going back in and getting better gear. There's literally no point to what I'm doing now. I've got a 5-star island. I've got really, really good gear. I am basically an untouchable superhuman. So I suspect I'm just playing it out of habit now and treading water, waiting for Story of Seasons to drop. Which, if the publishers of that are listening, I've asked you nicely several times for a code for that. Could you let me have a code, please? Please and thank you. I'm sure you're listening. I would really like a code. Thanks. I'll talk about it like at least 3 or 4 times on this podcast because it'll be all I play for a month.
True.
Conversation complete.
Yeah. Speaking of superhero or superpowered people, whatever you said a minute ago, it was a good segue.
Just saying I'm great is basically.
Yeah. I've kind of been playing old games this past 2 weeks. I've been on for a while, but my youngest has been hammering the Lego Marvel superhero game that we reviewed back in the day. I actually looked up. Yeah, the original one.
Wow.
I looked it up because my daughter's boyfriend came around and he was like, "Oh, I love this on the Xbox 360." And I said to Mrs. Sheepdog, "I'm sure we got a copy of this to review when it came out on one platform or another." But what year did we start doing the podcast? Because I was like,
2000
Wasn't that old, I don't
12.
think.
oh, okay. I think it was 2013 this came out, and I was thinking, were we podcasting then? But I was mixing up with my job, I think, probably, and the years getting mixed up there. But Yeah, no, that's one of the first sort of big games that we got alongside a few others that year. It was a good year for us. Anyway, no, playing that with him has been really cool. He's getting to an age now where he doesn't need my help anymore as much. So I feel like it's at the point where I'm probably exaggerating a bit in how much I played this because he was playing a lot of it. And then I got him onto the Untitled Goose Game, and I've been playing that with him, and I've been helping him a bit more on that. But that's been really fun. So it's just cool exploring these sort of older games that I played a long time ago. I never completed the Goose Game because it frustrated me, but he's much better at it than I am. And I don't know whether it's had upgrades or what, but it seems a bit easier to figure out when you're allowed to grab stuff now. Maybe I just didn't. Maybe I just forgotten those things. But yeah, he's been enjoying that. I also. I don't know if I mentioned before, but they've been doing a cool thing on Scarlet and Violet Pokemon games. They're putting in the legendaries from the story. You can do raids against them, and if they get 1 million people do a raid against them, they give you the shiny of it as a gift. So I've been doing that. My biggest problem is remembering that they've actually released it afterwards, which is a pain. I got lucky that someone happened to put a message out about it for the last one, but I don't know when the next one's due, and I'm thinking, damn it, I'm not going to be remembering to follow that. But that's been cool. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was I got stung by a. This is
Bee.
quite an old. Sorry, no,
We
not
both
by a
said
bee.
bee.
So I was on YouTube and someone was talking about, oh, this amazing game. It's you can only play it once, and it's a really sad story, and rah rah rah. And then we were watching other videos, and a couple of days later, someone else mentioned it, and I thought, oh, what? And I saw it a few different places, and I don't know why this has come up as a thing, because when I actually went on the game itself, it's like several years old, and when I just typed it in on Google just to see, I didn't want to forget its name, and I just wanted to make sure I got the right name. And there's like Reddit threads that are like 14 years old on it, and I'm like, what the hell? Why is this game suddenly being mentioned on YouTube all of a sudden? But I'm going to preface this by saying it looks like it was made in MS Paint. But the story sounded good, and I'm going to moan about it a little bit here. So it's called One Chance. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Any of you heard of it?
I don't think so. I'm going to Google it though.
So the way it was sold to me in the first video that piqued my interest was you only get to play it once, and it stores. I mean, it said it stores like cookies about like your computer doesn't let you have another go. And I thought, well, I could just clear my cache and then you won't know. But the whole premise was it locks you out from playing it again. And the idea is that you are this scientist who has invented a cure for cancer, and that cure accidentally turns like out to be something bad that's going to wipe out everybody, and you've got 6 days to basically do what you want to do with that time. So it just says the world will end in 6 days. You have one chance.
I have heard of this, but a long time ago.
So the whole thing it was billed to me as you have one chance to decide what you're going to do. Are you going to try and like go to work and save the world by researching how to stop your solution from killing everyone? But you also have the option to just like party with your colleagues or go out with your family and spend time with your wife and daughter and just ignore it and let the world kind of fade away. And when I played it earlier on, I did it to an ending and then thought, I don't actually know what I could have done any different there. So because I couldn't replay it without clearing my cache and faffing around, and I didn't really want to replay it, if I'm honest, because I was a bit miffed by it, I just Googled like other endings and how it all plays out. Oh. And if I'm not going to spoil it, but if I'm honest, there only seem to be 3 endings, and I seem to get the good ending, and there never seemed to be, well, not the good ending, but like out of the 3, the ending I was aiming for. And I was kind of like, you can't fix any of the things that went wrong in mine, so I don't really see the point in this. And I'm really confused because I told someone else about it, and they said they went on YouTube, and the first thing they saw was like, the saddest game you'll ever play. And there was just so much hype about this game from YouTubers. And then when I am on this Reddit thing I just brought up, it's like a 340 comment thread, and it's one of several threads about this game. When I was on the specific site I played it on, it was like, it had been played several, tens of thousands of times, and it had so many likes and hearts and whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know whether I just happened to play an old version of it or whether it's been rejigged. But this has got so much hype around it for a game that didn't take that long to play, but also just didn't feel very satisfying at all. I just don't get why. I mean, there's a whole wiki about it. There's like a whole thing about how the plot and everything works, and I'm just kind of baffled. I'm like, who made this game that it's got this much infamy? I'll tell you who made it. Dean Moynihan. I'm looking up who he is and why has he got his finger in so many
2010.
pies. Yeah, and it's like, so for the past 15 years, this game has been going absolutely nuts, and it, as I said, looks like it's made in paint. I was so annoyed earlier. I was like, I'll just talk through the plot of it on the podcast, and it doesn't, I don't want people to play it. I'll spoil it. Then actually, as I was talking, I was like, no, people can decide for themselves. I don't mind people telling me I'm wrong if it turns out I missed something. But yeah, it really threw me. I was genuinely expecting, because it sounded right up my street, and I was genuinely expecting to be given sort of difficult decisions and lots to think about and so forth. And then when I finished it, I was like, huh, okay, damn. So yeah, I mean, that is mostly all I've been up to, I think, other than Pokemon Go shenanigans as usual. Coming up to the, what's it called? The Max something event, Max Finale event next weekend, I think, where basically if you take part in an Eternatus raid, it's like everybody fights it. You can't beat it, but we're all fighting it together. And then you're gifted one in the game. So if you care about it, if you don't play it that often, but you care about getting the Pokemon when they're released, Eternatus will be available from next weekend, I think.
You can't beat it.
You can't beat it in the raids. So it's like, I don't know whether you have to take part in the raids to get it. That's
It's literally
unclear.
just join a raid,
I
get
think
killed, and get given it in a later
Yeah,
date.
it's like so in the games it does this thing instead of Dynamaxing or Gigantamaxing, Eternatus Eternamaxes, and you can't catch it in that version. So I think they're putting on like a really, really hard Eternamax raid. And the idea is if you do the raid and you succeed at it, you get candy and items and so forth. And I think when you get given Eternatus in the, they have the tracks at the moment, the monthly tracks where the more you play it, the more you unlock stuff. I think the level 60 on that is where you're getting Eternatus from. And okay, I'm piecing it together in my head now. It needs a stupid amount of energy to power it up. So once you have it, you need some like several thousand candy or whatever to get all the stuff unlocked. So if you do the raids when they're out at the weekend, you'll get more candy to help you power it up. But if you don't bother with it, then you'll just get one and it doesn't really matter. You won't use it or whatever. But yeah, it's worth just getting it to have it because it's one of the many pieces. I've realised I only need... I think I need less than 100 now to complete the decks on it, which obviously they're going to drip feed those into the game over the next 10 years, I imagine. But yeah, I was quite surprised when I saw that I'm over 900 now and there's only 1025, I think. 1025. Yeah, so that's my lot. Mostly been sleeping other than that.
Very good.
That's sleeping. Anna!
Dude.
What?
Tell us all about your new toy.
A new toy?
I've got a Switch.
Oh, yeah.
I have a Switch 2 from the shop.
It was from the shop. I was there with her. It was an actual shop.
From yesterday. I did try 4 times to buy one and it wouldn't let me. The bank thought I was frauding myself. Don't know why. I think it's because I spent £100 somewhere, then I spent another £100 somewhere else, and then I was trying to spend £400 elsewhere. And I think the bank went, "That's not usual for you. Let's block your card." And at lunchtime, I got a call from them, and I'm like, "Yes, it was me." And they're like, "What are you trying to buy?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to buy a Switch." And they were like, "Do you normally buy things like that?" I was like, "I bought an Xbox last year." Like, yes, I do. It was so bizarre. But yeah, I bought just like a regular one.
Wait. They actually asked you what you're buying?
Yeah.
Do you normally buy this stuff? I've got none of your bloody business.
It's weird, isn't it?
Just accept it and then go. If you said to them, "Yes, it's me," they go, "Okay, that's all I need to know." Why is it like, what are you buying? Why are you buying it?
They could see it was from Argos. They could see how much it was for. They could see I was changing amounts because I was trying to get a bundle, and it that excuse me, hold on. Because that bundle wouldn't go through, I changed it to another bundle to see if that would go through, and nothing
Oh,
was
right,
going
I
through.
see.
So they were
Huh.
like, "Where is it from?" I was like, "Argos. What are you trying to buy?" I'm like, "A Switch bundle. Is this your normal kind of activity?" I said yes. I was like, "I buy consoles once a year, maybe," because like I buy mine. I also buy
Yeah.
Andy's through my bank account because it's easier that way because of just stuff. So yeah, it was just they stopped my card yesterday morning, and I was just like, fine, won't get one. The universe obviously doesn't want me to get one. I went, and then Kevin comes down in my ear. Oh, you should try it now. Shall we go after dinner?
That was a
So
perfect impression of Kev.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
so
was me speaking.
it
Oh,
was
there you
you.
go.
So yeah, now I have a normal one that everybody else has, a black one. I got a code for Mario Kart.
That's the only one that exists at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I
They've only
think
got
Yes.
one
so.
version.
There's a Pokemon
I
one coming, I think.
haven't started Mario Kart up. All I've been playing is, what am I playing?
Donkey Kong runs around and smashes stuff.
Yeah, I forget what it's called now.
I just gave you its
But
full
I'm-
name.
Bonanza.
Bonanza. So I'm just going around literally smashing everything up. I don't know why, but I want that. That's what I want to smash things up. And that's what I want to do. And because like I've got Mafia, and I was playing Mafia, and that's fine. Like it's the prequel to the Mafia series, but it is just like a film. It's very much you go from one chapter to the other to the next. There is no in between. You can't. There's no like free roam or anything like that. So like you go around doing your story, and obviously you have a bit of freedom, but only the freedom of what you're doing. So like you could be in a marketplace, or you could be in some Roman ruins or something like that, and you have that area to play with, but you can't go anywhere else. But you do find collectibles, but you have to use these collectibles at a certain place, and the only place to get there is when you're going between missions. And sometimes you don't get to go between missions. Sometimes it just takes you where you're going. So you have to remember, oh, I have a car or / horse. I need to go to this house to go and do to deal with my collectibles, because collectibles mean more so basically you have like a rosary beads thing, and you find these collectibles, and you take them to this man's mom, and she gives you more beads, and you can open more beads, so you can have more beads on your rosary that give you more passive abilities. I know it sounds weird, but it's just you don't
Just realised
have.
what you're on about. I thought you were talking about Donkey Kong. I'm going, what?
No, because I went. I don't know what. Well, I was just saying that Donkey Kong just itches that itch I have of just smashing things up, and I like that. I like this game. Like before I even left, like you start in a cave. Before I left that cave, I had like 10,000 gold, and I don't think you're supposed to play it like that. I think you're just supposed to go and collect a
No.
bit of gold. I destroyed that cave.
I did the same. Yeah.
Very.
I did the same. And I've since found out gold isn't
No,
is a currency that is
you don't
effectively
really
it's
need
effectively
it.
currency for your lives.
Yeah,
I don't think it's tons of that important. You'll get tons of it. I wouldn't be stressing about doing that. Yeah, I hoovered the entire opening area up and was like,
yeah.
spent half an hour doing this for no reason. It could have been in and out in 30 seconds.
Yes, like you don't need it until like that third world. Like I've only just used some this afternoon, and I was like, oh, finally a place. I have like 200,000 of this. I don't know, like in a balloon is like but 10 balloons are like 400. Like balloons are when you like fall off the side of the planet, but you're going down. It's a very strange thing, but yeah, Donkey Kong, you just smash everything that is smashable. So like the mate, like you've got like bedrock, I would say, like that's how I would call it. You can't smash through that, but you can smash through mostly anything else. Mud, rocks. You got special like bomb rocks that smash open other rocks. There's little bonus areas to go. There, like I had one where I just had to smash gold. Just smash this whole room of gold in like 15 seconds. I was like, I can do that. I did that. Got a banana because like your main thing is getting bananas so you can skill up. And I like the way you went banana, sorry. So you just get bananas after bananas after bananas. You need the bananas, you need the fossils, you need the bigger fossils.
So you can get your outfits.
Yeah, exactly. Your outfits, the colour of your fur, and
do you change that?
The rock. Yeah, I've got it. He's blue at the moment.
It feels wrong to me to change the colour of his fur. I'm like, no, this is what he looks like. I'll change his tie and his pants maybe, but we're not changing his. We're not making him green. It's not happening.
No, I like the blue colour. I was like, that's a nice colour. I'm gonna change you blue. But yeah, they don't give you abilities, but his different clothes, they give you abilities. They all give you like, and you can upgrade them as well. So some of them will be like your small fossils, and then you'll need the bigger fossils to open like the better passive abilities. But yeah, he's got abilities, he's got skill points, and yeah, you can mess up your whole like area, and then you can go into the settings, I think it is, and like make the area whole again. I don't see why you would. Yeah,
well, because
reset it.
I think it's that free form that you can back yourself into a corner with it, and you're like, I can't get out of here now, sort of thing. It's like
you would just go to a ding dong, wouldn't you? One of them forks, the ding dong, the little worms.
I don't know.
The fast travel.
Oh no, but sometimes if you're trying to do something in particular, and then you now screw yourself over by breaking something, but trying to do it, then it's like, well, I can't get to this anymore. It's just a reset it, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, you're basically, I don't know someone stole a banana. I don't know who. There's some monkey guy that stole all the bananas, and he's going towards the planet core to get the bananas, but each one has like a sky and land, and I don't understand it. But again, it is game universe. I'm not supposed to understand it, so I just let it be. And yeah, I'm just going through that. I've got the rock person. That turned out great. I like the puzzle.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson.
The rock that you find, and then they turn into people.
We know who it is.
It's Pauline!
She's on the amiibo. She's on the front cover of the game.
There you go. Yeah, so the rock is, I did
13-year-old Pauline.
Yeah, she is on his back, and she sings to do a special power-up. I don't quite understand this universe, but I will let it be, and it is just giving me that thing where I just want to hit things and find things and do puzzles and just mess about and not really have to think about it. Because Kevin wouldn't give me a go. He would not let me have a go.
I let you have nearly 10 minutes on Mario.
You let me have 10 minutes when I had bought one already.
You owe me 10 minutes on yours.
Oh, shush. And before that, I was playing Mafia. Mafia is fine. Like I said earlier, it is a prequel to the other three. Yes, other three. And it is it's just an interactive movie, very much so. It is just story. There isn't much to do outside of the story. Like you get to drive, or go on a horse. I like to go on a horse. And going from point A to B, if you're not with anyone, like having a chat, there is nothing to do. There is nothing to see. It is just, and it's a nice island, and I'm all for that. But there, like, you can go and look at ruins, but I've seen ruins in many other games. I don't need to see more ruins in Italy. I think it's in Italy.
You've seen
And
literal
Like the
ruins
birthplace
in
of
Italy
ruins.
in real life, haven't
mean,
you? You're all about Italian ruins.
there's nothing to do, so I'm just doing story, and try and like I said with my collectibles, I remember that I have to go elsewhere to do that because I just got complete. I was like, I was on like chapter 8 or 9. I'm thinking I've got all these collectibles. I haven't opened anything yet. This game can't be that long, or the way the pace was going, and I was like, I need to open these past these abilities, and I got to where I had to use them, and because I had some money, I just opened them all because I had obviously collected them, and I was getting so into the game. But the game tells you something once, right at the start of the game, a very quick brief description of blah 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 blah, and then you're supposed to remember that because you don't get your first one until a lot later in, and it's just a bit bizarre. But yeah, in my opinion, there's nothing really to do in the game except the story, which is fine. But all the other Mafia games have been like semi-open world. There was things to do and see, but it's their game. They can do what they want. It wasn't full price, so I'm not complaining. It's fine. If you like Mafia films or you've liked the Mafia games before, it's nice to see where they originated. There is a lot of talk about Empire Bay, which is where the first one is set. There's talk about is it New Orleans? The third one is set. There's stuff in there about like the whiskey from there back in the day. So yeah, there's a lot of references if you've played the other ones, which is nice. But there's just not a lot to do.
At any point in the series, do you get to decide whether the ski slopes are to stay open in Turin? Because when Kevin and I got a taxi in Turin, the guy told us that La Familia had decided to close all of the ski resorts, and we were just like, "What family?" Like he kept mentioning the family, and then when we got somewhere, we looked it up, and we were like, "Oh, that family, the very famous."
No, nothing like that. It's about who owns what part of Italy and this island they're at, and because they're away from the mainland. I can't remember now. Sicily, there we go. So there's like three big dons who own parts of this island, and if they go on each other's parts, they have a fight. So basically, you are you're not an orphan, but basically your dad takes you to this mine when you are a mine, like a sulfur mine, like in the ground when you're 5 years old. And then you sold you to this mine. So he leaves you there, you're 5, and then you have to stay there. Well, apparently this is what they did.
How much did he get?
I don't know. It didn't tell me, but the boy has to stay there until his debt is paid. I don't know what debt it is, but he was there from the ages of 5 to 17. And they were about to run away with his friend, but then his friend got crushed because there was an earthquake while they were in the mine, and his friend had the money and he died. So, oh my god, what's his name? Yeah, it was his friend. He had a friend.
It was his brother.
Oh, I thought it was his friend, but he died.
That plot doesn't have him survive because he was the other side of a rock fall and he just assumes he's dead, then
he got squished.
Yeah, but he had money. He could pay for reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, but he got squished, like dead squished.
So you could reconstruct that much.
Yeah, I bet you could. Science is amazing.
This was in like the 1900s.
It's early 1900s.
Yeah, that's like the sort of time when they did crazy stuff like that. These days, ethics would probably stop them. But back then, God would have been inflating that kid's head.
Well, I think it was his friend because he used to go on about his uncle who was in Empire Bay in America, and they had saved up some money. His friend/brother got squished, so he decided, I'm not having it, because the foreman was having a go at him, and they had a fight with a knife. There was an earthquake, so in the ruckus, he decided to grab a horse and run away. And then he is found by said master, but he was on the wrong land, so the other family come in and go, get off my land, but you're leaving them here, and then you like work for the family, and then you get like in the family and you swear an oath and all of the things
you
are
burn
happening.
You burn a card above a Mary, like you do.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, what is going on? But like I said, I'm quite far in, and I've found one.
How many hours?
Oh, I don't know. I've got to the part where what did I have to do? I had to go to the police station.
I haven't got that far.
Oh no. I had to empty the tannery.
I haven't done that. I definitely haven't done that. I've got to the bit where you're burning Mother Mary. That's the last thing I remember doing.
I'm not that far behind. I'm basically like a mission and a bit in front of you. Yeah. But like at the start of the game, you pray to like a saint, and then you get that card. I ain't found any more of them cards ever, and I've looked.
I've found statues.
Yeah, statues. I found because they're your upgrade. They're your like passive upgrades. But there's also a section in your collectibles of them cards. I found one, which was at the start of the game. I've not found any others. Huh. Why is there a collection if there isn't any? I've found one. I haven't found any of these photo spots. Like, are they supposed to open at some point? I don't get the pacing of the game. It is very odd. But
you get to use the camera again at some point. You get given a camera at one point,
you do,
and I'm like, am I going to get to take pictures now? Or is it just telling me photo mode's open?
Yeah, I've used it that time at the ruins, and then I've used it once after as well.
Okay.
And it's just like, I want to go around this island. I want to go and take the pictures. Let me take the pictures. Like, I've been on Reddit about it, and people are saying, oh, none of this opens until the end of the game. Like, well, what's the point? Like, I want to do these things while I'm doing the game. It just seems a bit pointless because, like, at the start of the game, I got given a bunch of cars for playing the other,
yes,
the
I did, yeah.
Got a bunch of them, but I'm thinking, why? They pick the cars you go out in anyway. I got to pick my car once. In the stories I've been doing.
Yes, I did as well, yeah.
Once, and I'm like, what?
I picked like the supercar. Then you get a supercar. It's like got all full stats, and I'm like, why would you not pick this then? I was like, this must be a pre-order bonus or something. Because of the car, it's just all 4 bars, like all 4 stat bars are completely full. The rest of them all like got 2s and 3s, and you're like, wow, okay, we'll go with the
and you can't
F1
take that
car.
race, like, because you have to go and racing. I hate racing in all games. I hate it. That's why I don't play racing games. And I had to race in this game, and I had to come first. Obviously,
horse racing's better. Horse racing's the better, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. The car racing, I kept losing, obviously, because I'm me, and it would put me in second. So it was good in a way because it put me in second place about half a lap to the finish, and I just had to get from there to the start. And I swear down, it took me 10 tries. I nearly gave up on it. I don't like slippy roads. They're telling, like, at the start of the race, they were going, there is shortcuts, look out for the women. I'm like, it's going so fast. How am I going to look for the women?
Look out for the women.
And the shortcuts. I'm like, no, thank you. But I did it, and I was just like, I was like, finally, because I was going to give up on it. But it's fine. It does make me want to go and play 1 again, because 1 is better than
1 had a remaster relatively recently.
Yeah, they all remastered, didn't they? To 1 and 2 got remastered.
Yeah. I suppose 3
3 got a remaster, but not
HD. Yeah, just not a remake, just a HD update. Yeah.
Yeah, but
fair enough.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. It's fine. Like, it got like 70s in Metacritic that I saw, and like I said, it's fine. It's a good little interactive movie, and if you like that kind of stuff, like, there's like hard stuff in there, there's romance in there, so there's a bit of everything in there for everybody. I don't like Tino. Is that his name? Tino. hate him.
Tino, the grumpy old man that's got it out for you. Yeah, he's a wrong one. I feel like
he just needs to keep his nose out. Oh my god!
I don't know if you got into it. If you're a mission and a half enemy, I feel like at some point we're gonna have to sort him out.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna come round to our side because we're doing the dirty work for him. I did a mission where I was doing all the dirty work for him. We got to go meet Tino and his boys go, and you go then, and you're like, what?
Yeah, it's just you, and you're like,
yeah, I mean,
could help.
Not very hard, but I mean,
no. But
it's
fine. I'm just gonna mess about with my Switch for the week and have a lovely time. I've got all my old Switch games are on there. The transferring took like 9 minutes, so I don't have like hundreds of stuff on there. I just have my basic bits and bobs on there, and it's not like 3DS days when it would take like an hour to transfer a bunch of stuff. You're like, oh, just hurry up, and you would like watch the Mario things. This was relatively quick. I find it a little heavy, but that's just, I guess.
Really?
It's just more in it.
I mean, I'm used to a Steam Deck, so I mean,
that's exactly what I said when she said that to me. Yeah. Going to it from a Steam Deck, it's so light, but I guess compared to the original Switch, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And to like a controller that I'm used to, it's just it is quite heavy, but it's a nicer feeling.
Yes.
I need to find a case where it's got like grippy things on, because I've got little hands.
Got one of them.
I need to find one because my little hands don't fit. But it's nice, and I like the softness of it, and it's all good. I had to get one because Kevin wouldn't let me have a try because he's mean.
Everyone's happy then.
I had to buy it. You don't get to pay for yours until next year.
Still got to pay for it at some point, though. Now Football Manager's out, we're laughing. Hooray!
They've got to get it out. They've got to get it out first, haven't they?
It'll be out. I can't imagine. Can you imagine a world where they announce the game and then cancel it? That would be like such a
last year.
That'd be hideous if they did that. It would never happen.
Right, speaking of football, Pab, come on then.
What?
You got like football? 5 minutes. Wrap up.
5 minutes?
Sheepdog wants to watch a pre-season friendly.
Yeah.
I guess I'm filibustering then. Okay, here we go.
Good work, Pabby.
Slower. Yes. Slower? Oh, sorry, yeah. No, I've played about 5 or 6 hours of Mafia now. Like I said, I've quite enjoyed how straightforward it is. Apparently, I've just looked on how long to beat, and it's about 12 hours long, just main story.
Okay.
It says main story and extra 13 and a half hours. Like, I don't know what extra you do.
No.
I mean, admittedly, I did spend 20 minutes trying to get a coin because, like I said, there is some occasional bits where you are driving on your own, like you said, and you look on the map and there are coins, there are collectible coins on the map, aren't they, for currency?
Yes.
And can I find this coin? No.
No. Okay.
I spent 20 minutes looking. It's at this house. And I was like, I'm at this house. I found myself on the roof where I glitched myself onto the roof and I couldn't get off it. There's basically like some sort of visible wall or something up there. I couldn't get off the roof. I then spent another 10 minutes scrambling, and I did eventually just kind of throw myself off and kind of glitched myself back to the ground. So but I couldn't find the coin. I just eventually I got to a point where I was just being stubborn. I went, I'm doing this regardless now. This is my main mission. It's not the actual what I'm meant to be doing. My mission is to find where this coin is. After like say 20 minutes, half an hour of me doing that, I was like, it's more trouble than it's worth for this coin, whatever it was. So I've written it off. But yeah, I like playing it. I like the story. The story's quite good so far. It is pretty straightforward. It's more akin to an Uncharted game than an open world, like the older Mafias sort of thing. Yes. It's very much you do a mission. It's like a chapter is like one of the missions you do. you get on a horse, you go to a location, you do something, you have a walk around somewhere, you have a conversation, and then next chapter, and you do the same thing again, and you're at, it's heavily like knife fight based. There's not you do get guns, but they really want to emphasize, oh yeah, you can buy different knives and they have different stats on them, and then you have like scripted, like it's not scripted, but you're like particular like little boss fights where you used to have you pull the knife out and you both suddenly like standing up, like up against each other, like trying to swing knives at each other, and there's a life bar comes up and stuff like that, which is fine. I figured that out. It's not too bad to do. But yeah, it looks nice, plays relatively straightforward, and like you say, it wasn't a full price game. I paid 31 quid for it. I'm like, yep, I'll give that a go for that. It's a 12-hour game, which is more than long enough for me. I'll enjoy playing through it all, and this seems like a game that there's a good chance I'll finish, because I'm more or less, without me trying, I'm nearly halfway through it.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise it until I looked up how long it was to beat. I was like, oh yeah, okay, seems about right. So yeah, I've enjoyed pretty much everything about that game. The only other thing I have played is Elden Ring Night Rain. It's starting to wane on me a little bit now, because I continue to play it, and I don't know what it is. This past week, we've just got numpty after numpty after numpty coming into the game, and I don't mean the people I'm playing with, the randoms that like join into like a free play game. Because when I was playing it solo, I was getting like, I feel like I would play solo and I'd get put into groups with two people, and they seemed to know what they were doing, and everything was perfectly fine. But I've got to that. I don't know if it's just because I've got to that point in the game where I know a fair amount of what I need to do now. Whereas before I was just following orders and just running around chasing everybody. Whereas now it's we get matchmade with someone, and I'm kind of hoping for someone to take the lead and go, right, we're going here, we're going here, we're going here.
Yeah.
Whereas instead they're just kind of standing around looking at me and one of the other people I'm playing with and going, right, what we're doing, and we don't know exactly the way to, to min-max how to, get the best optimal like run for it. So we end up just not doing very well in it. So I've been doing some of the actual personal quests for the characters, which has been fine. I've hit a brick wall on that because I've got to fight a particular enemy now, particular character, which I can't beat. I've tried twice and can't, and just failed miserably. So I'm going to continue with that, but I don't know how much more. I don't know if I probably won't play it solo anymore, but I probably just will play it whenever I have friends that are playing it. And that's about it, apart from one other thing that I need to. Well, I'm gonna get chastised for, apparently, because Kev had a bone to pick with me.
Oh, don't listen to him.
That was my bone to pick with you was just Sheepdog mentioning a game you'd already recommended to me on the podcast.
Oh, I thought I was legitimately thinking. I've been scrambling going, what have I done?
That was a response to Sheepdog mentioning Nutmeg existed, but you'd already told me about it.
Okay, I feel good.
Football card
spice.
Okay. I know it's a spice, but I didn't know what nutmeg was.
Yeah, it's a card-based game that's coming out soonish in the near future. I think I mentioned it to Sheepdog last week. No, Kev last week.
I was going to say
Sheepdog mentioned it in the chat earlier on in this week, and then Kev promptly messaged back saying, "I've got a bone to pick with Pab," and I was like, "Oh god, here we go."
Week sweating bullets.
Here we go. I've been thinking, what have I mentioned? What has he seen that I've not mentioned? So that's what I've been thinking about all since he mentioned that. I was like, oh, there's going to be something that he's found somewhere, and or it was that game that I mentioned last week, and it made you cry or something, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get told off here. But other than that, no, the game that I mentioned last week, it takes about an hour to play, and it's very heartfelt and a lovely little game. But I was like, oh god,
it better not be the game I just absolutely slammed.
No, it's a game called And Roger, and it came out recently. And yeah, it's a nice little game. It's taken an hour. It costs £4. Well worth anyone's money. Anyway, enough of that. Let's wrap it up, Kev.
Okay. If you'd like to find us on the internet, you can do that at Mgukpodcast, or you can find me at Lelujo.
You can find me at Sheepdog6K.
I'm Miss Lelujo.
And Outpab 1986.
And I need to go and find my Paris Saint-Germain carrier bag that I brought back from Disney so I can wear that this evening while Sheepdog watches his pre-season friendly.
I
Take
don't
care,
expect much from it.
everybody.
Have a good week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Lester, folks.
You're welcome, Pabby.